everybody, it's Susan. Welcome to my channel, Susan Diamond Paint.
February 1st, devotional, Mark 11:25. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you your sins.
I'm opening the colors up. I'm putting it in the container. I show you the container. It shows you the color. So those of you who have worked on this picture and know what it is, keep it to yourself because it's supposed to be a mystery. But at any rate, though, that's how it is. I didn't get it up. Today is the end of the month. Got things done today that need to be done as far as works related. Yesterday, or last night I should say, I played a little bit of Disney, trying to just get through some quests and things to, to get my characters, unlocked like I said I wanted to. But then I was like, well, I had to go through and do some more mining, so I went and took Donald with me this time, keep him from being his little frustrated self. So I took him with me and did some mining and got some things. I was supposed to play with my friend DJ, but he wasn't on last night because he had house issues that he was working through. So he said he's going to be on tonight. So I just played a little bit of Disney and I read last night. So I got done with my book, my Linda Fairstein book, which is something I wanted to do, and I gotta look it up because I don't know if I still have it looked up yet. I wanted to give you my stats for January. So I told you that I'm doing, the 100 Years of Wonder books for the Disney thing on Goodreads. That I'm doing my my Let's Turn pages, where I'm doing my 1,000 pages to start it off. And then work my way up on the pages things, because last year I didn't, of course, keep my, my pages like I wanted to do, because, it was a crazy year. So let me see here. Let me get to the members corner so I can give you everything for January, what I did in January. There we go. Let me see here. Scrolling through to get to my page. I can actually go to my page that I need to go to. Let me see here. Okay. So January, I have done one book out of the 100 Years of Wonder. I gotta get better on that. For the pages, January's pages, 1,461 pages. So now up that mark to the 5,000 pages because I'm gone over the 1,000-page mark. The 4 books that I read in January were Mr. Mayfair by Louisa Bay, Lethal Legacy, Hellgate, and Silent Mercy by Linda Fairstein. So those are the 3 of the Linda Fairstein books that are part of my serial reads. And for my audiobook, my goal of 365 hours, I have 15 hours, 20 minutes within that 365 for January. So in January, As the Crow Flies by Craig Johnson, which is 9 hours and 25 minutes long. And then Call Me Maybe by Kara Bastone, which is 5 hours and 55 minutes. So that's my stats for January. So now you know where I am in my Goodreads challenges. So, but yeah, again, still haven't, I really got to do better on the 100 Years of Wonder for Disney. And again, to reiterate, that's either a book set in the publication date of the 100 years for the 100 Wonders of Disney, or the book is set in that year. So, and those of you that are watching and are readers and know books set of like the early 20s and 30s, or know books that are published during that time that are what you would consider great reads, and just put them in the comments so I can find out and let me know what you think. So that is what I got going on. no TV to watch. I haven't watched anything, but yeah, I wanted to read last night because I wanted to finish my book and get a good finish in for January, so I could have my pages done. So I already had over my 1,000, so I was already climbing into the next page marker of the 5,000 pages because I got that like by the third book. So let's see. Been watching, of course, some more, normal Diamond Painters. I've been watching some that I haven't watched before. Just, watching different people. Kind of like to shake it up a little bit. Of course, Rebecca, 4Kids at 147, Spoko 2-person. I really need to pick it back up, though, and watch Stitch Trista because I've gotten really behind on hers. So I need to actually probably just sit and have her run in the background while I'm working, so I'll have something kind of to listen to. So tomorrow will be the first of the month, so that's the craziness that goes with that day. I was going to tell you, I was watching Single and Placing. I was watching his channel. He is attempting, and he's done very well on his attempting, I must say, which cracks me up. But he is attempting a heaven and earth design. And y'all, I've got 3 of those that I want to do and haven't done, and I'm just still trying to save my drills for that. But I guess so. I just want to get mine. I want to start on mine, and I don't even have the colors yet. So what am I thinking? But I've already done 2, and I've told you this before, not 2 heaven and earth designs, but I have already done a conversion, a cross stitch conversion to a diamond painting. I did 2. They were the same picture, but it was me actually taking a photograph and converting it into the cross stitch pattern, then to turn around and flip it and convert it into the diamond painting. So I did that like 2 years ago. So I did those are Christmas gifts. So it's not like I haven't done it before. I have, but the heaven and earth designs are the really in-depth, detailed designs. So, but he was taking the he's not doing a heaven and earth design. Let me back that up. He's doing a conversion of cross stitch pattern, but he's doing the what is it? The Masters, Summers or Masters, they're this artwork that you can do. I can't think of the word right now that I want to say. But anyway, it's I don't want to say like it's old enough that you don't have to worry about copyright laws or things like that, but it is. That's what it is. Free domain. So it is part of the free domain, the image domain. It's what he wanted to use, I think, in the Summer of the Masterworks or Masterworks Summer. I don't know. It's the somebody's gonna have to correct me on this one because I'm butchering this. But anyway, that's what he has. It's not a heaven and earth design, but it's still, a massive, diamond painting. It's big, so, so that's what he's working on. So I was watching some of his stuff this weekend, just watching the cross-stitch conversions, because I like everybody who does, the cross-stitch conversions, or, of course, the heaven, earth, and designs, cross-stitch diamond paintings, or they have their own jewel canvases that they have printed, or somebody's taken the pattern and they've converted it themselves, and all the different things in different ways that you can do something. So but I did see someone, I think it was on the Diamond Art Club VIP group, that said that they don't kit up. Oh no, it was somebody posted a post of things that you do when you diamond paint that, and it's not so much that make other people cringe, but people think is, unnecessary, or they don't agree with, or, what have you. And, somebody put on there that they don't kit up. She just starts, where she's starting, gets the color out, and then she kits it up as she goes. Which, with of course, this mystery that I'm doing, is relatively pretty easy and not really that bad, and I'm kind of enjoying it doing it this way. So yeah, just kind of, I did notice last night when I was working, and that will probably be in a video that you'll see next week for the mystery, but I was having a problem with a little bit of the static. So I had to put my little dryer sheet in there, and hopefully that'll get rid of the static. Then the other issue that I had, and I should have paid attention when I was doing this, was I filled a couple of containers pretty much to the top. And then I was thinking, oh crap, I'm going to be spilling these when I'm trying to get them out of my tray and into back in the containers. So I had to create real quick 2 separate containers and label them with extra labels that I had for the numbers of the DMC numbers, so I know which DMC number they were. And see, I don't have the bags anymore, so for that color, because once I emptied it out, I threw the bag away. So the ones that I have extra right now, I have a binder clip that I got from the 4 kids that went for 12 days of Christmas. I've got those binder clips on the bags, keeping them sealed for my extras. So there's that. So the brain is always thinking. I always tell you that when you're getting close, for me, when I'm getting close to being finished with the picture, although I'm really just getting halfway through this one, I'm always thinking, okay, what's the next thing that I'm gonna be working on? What's the next thing I'm doing? And of course, the next thing I'm gonna be doing after the Ever Moment one is my 3rd Ever Moment. So, and no complaints with Ever Moment. They are stellar canvases. They are stellar covers, colors. The drills are stellar. I don't have a lot of problems with them. I mean, you're going to have some problems, of course, with the mass-produced ones, because that's the way life is. So there's some holes and some markings, especially on the white ones, but, that's what you're dealing with. But, I have no issues with Ever Moment. Ever Moment's my go-to company for my customs. So I would just put it out there, so... of course, will be my, my next Ever Moment will be my next painting. And then, while I'm also working February's mystery. And then, after the Ever Moment 3rd canvas is done, of course, that's when I'm going to attack the Justice League. So I'm going to have to put something in between the Justice League, and then Lord knows what's going to be after that. It might be just December, and I'll be doing my advent calendar. Who knows, So I got my Black Friday, Cyber Monday box open with my diamond paintings on the inside. I finally got those taken out of their box. There's not going to be any unboxing videos for a while because, like I said, I have my table slanted, and you can't do an unboxing that way. If I really do an unboxing, I sit on the floor, I'm going to be rolling on the floor just to get up. So no, that ain't happening either. I always like to go on the Artsy, I think it's ARTSY, their website, because they have different artists and patterns, and they have some Chuck Pinson patterns on there. And I kind of like to do a Chuck Pinson Dreamers Design non-Diamond Art Club related, and do one of his as a cross stitch pattern, converted. So that's also one of my goals. I don't want to do too many goals for 2023 because you just don't know where you're going to be and what you're going to be doing. So like I said, the commission work comes first because that's the payment work. So what I want to do, comes second. And I got a checkerboard going on here, so I'm going to be filling this in. So, February, the start of the mystery. So, like I said, that's the video you're watching right now. I am trying to, again, do a little different. So, not only will you have your daily devotional in the video, because it is going to be in the beginning. I decided not to keep it outside the videos this time around. I may, though, and you may see this, do the devotionals as a YouTube short to see how that works before I start doing like some videos, maybe my Ever Moments. I might time lapse those and do those as shorts just to see how the YouTube Shorts program feels. But I'm also trying to include this is your day in history.
February 1st, this day in history, 1911. Thomas Jennings was the first in the United States to be convicted of a crime using fingerprint evidence. He was found guilty of burglary in the trial in Illinois in 1911. The case was noteworthy for fingerprint evidence, which had been used in criminal investigations in other countries, but not yet in the United States. The fingerprint evidence was presented by expert witness Dr. Henry Faulds, and it helped to link Jennings to the crime scene. The court found the fingerprint evidence to be convincing, and Jennings was convicted and sentenced to 14 years in prison. This case marked the first time fingerprint evidence was used in a court of law in the United States and helped establish fingerprinting as a reliable identification method.
So, February 1st has a day in history, and I'll read a little thing about whatever the day in history is. And so, I've already done the recordings for February 1st, 2nd, and 3rd for that. So that's kind of what I know what I'm doing here since tomorrow is Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you'll have 3 videos. And you'll have probably, I don't know if you'll have some more talking or not. I guess it depends really what happens tomorrow, because since I'm telling you all the things already now. But yeah. But at any rate, those days will have a devotional, and it will have a day in history. But February 3rd's day in history is a bunch of things, because there wasn't really just one thing I could break out and read to you. So you get different things for February 3rd, just to give you some little things to I guess to learn. I guess that's the way I should put it. Give a little extra stuff to learn, Anybody can look up the days in history and find out, what happened on this day. I'm trying to stay away from I'm not doing the crime scene, crime talking, crime thing. Everybody's doing that, so I'm not going to do the crime, serial killers, things that happen, like I said, everybody's doing that. As much as I'd like to sit here and say, okay, I can talk to you about this book. Yes. On the Audible, Call Me Maybe, the Kira Bastone, I'm just probably butchering her last name. It's Bastone. The one that was 5 hours. That's in Audible's Plus catalog. So if you do have an Audible subscription, you can listen to this one through the Plus catalog. So of course, February, Valentine's, get the little romance month on. But it is a pretty cute and funny idea, and it was kind of one of those things because the main character is a woman who is she has a website that she's built on this other company, this website building software type company, kind of like Squarespace. And so she's got to have this thing up and running for herself because she's doing an expo. And she wants her website to be up, ready to go for the expo. So she calls customer service of the website company and to fix her, website. And she's got, a ton of issues. And right off the bat, he's talking to her. She's in her car and she's pulled over at the side of the road. And she's got her laptop out, and so she's working on her laptop while she's talking to the customer service guy about her website. And he's not VPN, but he's on her computer. I think they're mirroring. Lord, mirroring. 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 Jeez, y'all. I'll do that. The image of her computer, and he sees it, and then he realizes that her laptop is older than the hills, and she's not doing any updates. So she has to go through and do all those updates, and it cracks me up because, if you wait forever, and she waited forever, and we're talking about years now, y'all, that she ain't even updated anything. No wonder her freaking website's like crap on his website company. But it's a cute little love story, and it's just pretty much a getting to know you type situation. They get to know each other through the phone calls of the customer service and through text messages before they're really introduced to each other in person, which I think is a pretty cute story. So it's a series. It's called Love Lines series. So the second book I'm listening to now is called Sweet Talk. So this one is so the girl who had the website for the expo, it's her brother. He's the main character in this one. And then, of course, I don't know too much about the other main character, but, he texts her thinking he's texted his sister, but he has some issues other than this, dyslexia, to where he can't put correct letters for your name or what have you, spelling wise in his contact directory, and he doesn't text by writing the words out. He does a verbal text, so it's a voice text. So that's those two doing voice text with each other. So that's the kind of premise of the second one. So the second one, like I said, is called Sweet Talk. So that's the second one that I'm listening to. So I can give you a little bit on that of the books, because me and my friend were talking today and kind of had to remind her. She's like, "Oh, are you still diamond painting?" I'm like, yeah. And she's like, "Well, I'm not saying anything." I'm like, "You're not going to. You have to go to my YouTube channel to see this." "You have a YouTube channel?" I'm thinking, we've had this conversation before, but I'll give you props for this because you're forgetting. You're old. There you go. No, but she and I were talking. I said, I don't have a lot to talk about. I said, my mom got on to me and said, "I don't hear about your work." I was like, "Well, Mom, that's all I got. I said, work and, I said, I'm playing Disney, so I talk about that, the game I'm playing." And she's like, "Well, you talk about your books." I'm like, "Well, kind of read it, forget it, and go on." But, not really, but nothing, I'm not reading right now the intellectual books. I'm reading what I want to read, I'm reading the Linda Fairstein series because I want to catch up on it and get done with it, and I'm kind of anxious about, where the story's going and what have you, and I've already spoiled myself, so I kind of know where it's going, so that's why I kind of want to get to it. And I'm not reading, I read a lot of young adult fiction, so, that's just kind of where it is. I'm not reading any of the Colleen Hoover stuff, so I know that's what a lot of I don't want to say older ladies, younger ladies. That's what some of the women I think are reading right now. Not a trendsetter. I just read what I want to read. So if I can give you a good recommendations for some YA stuff, young adult stuff, yeah, we'll knock it out of the park. But no, that's what I'm reading right now. So, and like I said, I'm still doing my audiobook stuff. The Craig Johnson stuff, that's Longmire. That's what Longmire is based off of a Netflix series. Although that story on Netflix and the story of the Craig Johnson's books are somewhat different. The story goes a little differently. You still have like Henry Standing Bear, you have Longmire Walt, you have Vic Moretti, you still have Katie, Longmire's daughter. But there's just it's just different stories. But I really like Walt Longmire, and I for the audiobooks, because I listen to the audiobooks, George Goodall reads those books, and I just love his voice. I think he is this, to me, he is the Walt Longmire. That's just the voice that, So I have the guy that plays Walt Longmire on Netflix, that's the face, but I have George Goodall's voice to go with the face that I have with Longmire, because I did watch the series, the Longmire series on Netflix, and I think they finished it very well. But I'm just only on book 9 or 10 of the Longmire series, so that's I think it's about as close to a Western as I'm probably ever going to get. I'm not a Walt Longmire. I like his character. I like his story. That's what I like. So that is what I have for you. All right.